Hi everyone, so if you're new here, I'm Damaris and I created Rainbow Vegans Rock, and on my channel I talk about vegan lifestyle and sustainable living. So today's video is the get to know me tag. I did do this video before, but the quality is terrible, it's just embarrassing. So I thought I would do this video again, and I've probably got some new subscribers since I originally did the video anyway. If you can, stay tuned to the end of the video because I have a shout out this week. So I apologise for the hair in my last video. I feel like you guys should have told me that my hair looked a mess, but anyway. So the first question is, where did you grow up? So I grew up in a little town in Somerset in the UK, and it's close to where I live now. So kind of answering the next question actually. Where do you currently live? So yes, I'm in the same area basically. Who is your best friend? That would be telling. So just in case any of my friends are watching, I'm not gonna say. So how tall are you? I think I'm about 5'9", so quite tall I suppose. Dogs or cats? Now I do love both, but I'm probably leaning more towards cats. So funniest moment throughout high school, obviously would be secondary school here in the UK. I can't remember a specific moment, but me and my friend Kelly used to have a lot of laughs together. Yeah, most of our friendship was just laughing a lot. What year were you born? I was born in 1987. Have you been to college? I did an NVQ in business administration, so really boring. And in my previous job that I worked for nearly 10 years, I did actually do an NVQ in that role as well. I think it might have been customer service, something like that. But I've always known that I enjoyed anything to do with correspondence, so writing mostly. But yeah, never really found the right role for me until now, I suppose. I do enjoy blogging. What is your favourite drink? So I would probably say plain old Americano coffee with oat milk. It's probably my favourite drink. Or kombucha. I make my own kombucha and I have a small glass of that every single day. What is your spirit animal and why? Okay, so I would probably say my spirit animal is a cat because they're independent and aloof, and I just really understand that completely. Favourite perfume? I don't actually wear perfume because most of the year I'm terrified of wasps, and my cat's got asthma as well, so I tend to avoid using any fragrances in the home because I don't want to irritate her asthma or anything. What are your life goals? So I actually talk about this in a previous video actually. I will leave a link to the video, but my main life goals are minimalism, self-sufficiency, and of course sustainability as well. But if you wanted to check that video out after this one, do, because that's another sort of chatty video. What sports do you play or have you played? I'm not really a sports person. I used to like playing darts in pubs, or badminton was always quite fun, but generally speaking, I'm not really a sports person, and I have a love-hate relationship with exercise. When I'm doing it, when it's regularly part of my routine, I enjoy it, but finding the motivation to do it is very difficult for me sometimes. Have any books you've read changed your life? Okay, so that's quite a tough one. Generally, the books that I read are sort of detective novels, thrillers, any kind of psychological thriller I enjoy. Stephen King books is kind of horror, I like that as well. But the main one that stands out to me is I read this book called The Politics of Breastfeeding. I think I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I kept referring to this book as The Art of Breastfeeding. That's actually a completely wrong book. The one that I'm referring to, and the one that I read that completely changed my life, was The Politics of Breastfeeding, where breasts are bad for business, I think the full title is. So this book outlines just how unethical Nestle is, and after I read this book, that's when I boycotted all Nestle products, and that's been at least 6 years now, so that's probably, the number one book that has changed my life. Who are your favourite YouTubers? I find this question really difficult because I'm always changing what I watch on YouTube quite often, and I do have a lot of YouTubers that I watch, but I'll try and narrow it down a little bit. I like the Welsh twins. So there's Robert Welsh and his twin brother James Welsh. So Robert has a lot of makeup videos, and he does ghost stories on Monday where he does his makeup, does a makeup look, and tells ghost stories sent in by readers, and I really love that. He's really good. I also like to watch Annie Doob or Dub, I'm not sure how her surname's pronounced actually, and Catherine Manning for their YouTube advice as well, but I just really like their personalities, so these are the sort of top ones that I end up watching all of their videos really. Like I said, there's probably loads more, but if I'm just narrowing it down to a couple, then it'll be those ones. Do you speak any languages? Sadly, I don't. I used to know the basics of French and Portuguese, but it's not something that I've kept up with, and Portuguese was only, I learnt enough to get by when I spent a couple of months there at yurt camp, but I used to find it really nerve-wracking speaking to the locals, which is silly, I know, but I used to just get really nervous about speaking their language and getting it wrong. What is your idea of a dream date? Honestly, being an introvert, I just really want to be left alone most of the time, so just having some time on my own would be nice. How long was your longest relationship? So I think my longest relationship was probably 4.5 years. It was a while ago. I dated somebody from the age of 16 until a little bit before my 21st birthday, and of course we were very young, so sometimes people at that age grow together, but quite often, and the case was for us, we grew apart. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would say probably hippie, casual. I like bright colours, anything with like a cool pattern. Yeah, just hippie, casual, I suppose. What is your go-to hairstyle? I would say on a daily basis, I do go for basic ponytail just so my hair's out of the way, but my preferred hairstyle is probably down. I think it suits me better, but just down, unstyled like this. How many siblings do you have? I have 5 sisters and 1 brother, so yeah, big family, and we've got a lot of cousins as well. What is your go-to fast food order? I would say probably Papa John's. They've got quite a good selection of pizzas for vegans, and they also do, in the UK anyway, they do Marmite and cheese scrolls, the vegan version as well, and they're so good. They're like the best. Do you use a PC or a Mac? So I use PC. I did try a Mac years ago. I didn't ever get on with it very well. So yeah, I just prefer PCs. So do you have any bad habits? I vape. That's probably the worst habit that I've got. Another thing I do is I salute every time I see a magpie. So I don't know if that's a bad habit or a weird habit. I'm not actually a superstitious person as such, but for some reason it's just something that I have done for many years and I can't stop. I've got a friend who refuses to ever walk over 3 drains because it's supposed to be unlucky, and she knows it's not logical, but she still can't help it. And I guess magpies are the same to me. I think they're such a beautiful bird anyway, so I'm always looking out for them. And there's a couple that they fly all around my area. I always see them. So if there's one on their own, I always just salute out of habit. So the next question is, tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. So one thing that you wouldn't know about me is probably that I was brought up a Jehovah's Witness. I didn't get baptized into the religion, and I decided not to continue with it when I was, I think maybe 13 or 14, something like that. I would probably consider myself as agnostic now. So I've just done some extra questions at the end, so I'm just going to go through some of those. So what is your favourite Netflix show? I find this one such a tough question because I love lots of different shows on Netflix, and all for different reasons. Like I like some comedy, I like some thrillers, detective shows, all sorts really, just all sorts. So a few that stand out to me, I love Stranger Things. I thought that was an amazing series. Dexter, I've watched the whole Dexter series twice all the way through, and it's just amazing. If you haven't watched Dexter, go and watch it because it is still probably one of my favourite shows ever. So another one that I like, kind of on the horror line is The Haunting of Hill House. I really enjoyed that series. Made me jump a lot in places, but I really enjoyed that. Another few favourites which are more of the sort of comedy series. I liked Gilmore Girls, Friends, Jane the Virgin, and How I Met Your Mother. So yeah, it's clear that I really love TV. Having children, I don't get to watch my own TV that much anymore, but I definitely enjoy it when I do. So who's your celebrity crush? So probably Zooey Deschanel. I'm not sure if I said her name correctly, but she's my girl crush. I just think she's really cute. And Simon Baker from The Mentalist. He's also very cute. Do you have any weird quirks? I suppose I've probably covered it with the magpies. I can't think of anything else that I might do that might be considered weird. Probably just my whole entire life, because I did actually do a video. I'll link it here. Weird things I do for the environment, because there's some things which I don't consider weird, but people around me, friends and family, always sound surprised when I say certain things, so perhaps it is weird. Do you know your personality type? Yes, I'm an INTJ, so introverted architect type, I think it is. But from what I remember when I did the personality quiz, I was like 98% introverted, which just means that I really like to be alone. What are your favourite traits in friends? My favourite traits in friends are loyalty, honesty, always, and generosity. I would actually say that all of my close friends have these traits, definitely. What are your pet peeves? Oh, this is a good one, because I have lots of things that people do really irritate me. So people that write down the wrong there in a sentence, that just really bugs me. Along the same lines, people who use your when they mean you're as in you are. Oh, that really grates on me. People chewing loudly, or people slurping their tea. It's just all of those are just so annoying. And small talk. I hate small talk. I'll do it sometimes just to fill the awkward silences, you know. I hope you've learned a little bit more about me today. So if you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe, because it does really help me out as a small YouTuber. So today's shout out is for Hugo and Button, which is a new YouTube friend that I've made. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I've just taken delivery of our shopping order. So they're so supportive of my channel, and they post really chilled out vegan cooking videos. So go and check them out. I'll leave a link in the description for their channel as well. So I think that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.